No.
Welcome to Rhinos and Aliens.
What's going on, everybody? It's me, the Don Dotto of all Dons. Got my boy, Nature Boy.
What's up, guys?
Welcome back to another episode of Rhinos and Aliens After Dark. Episode 28. Well, what's going on, everybody? It's me, the Don Dotto of all Dons. And I got with me the boy, Nature Boy.
Did you do that on purpose? Or
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What's up, guys?
And welcome back to Rhinos and Aliens After Dark, episode 29. You was messing with the number one podcasting crew in Western New York. But before we get this started, please do me a favor and like this video. Also, subscribe and make sure you hit that bell so you can get all of our notifications when we post or whatever and above. So,
Preach.
you know, if you're new here, I'll give you a quick update. This is where we do a quick update on what's going on, sports, science,
The
funny
news
stuff.
about everything.
Exactly.
Yes.
This is like a CNN, but like
Ooh,
with bullshit.
well, I would say CNN already has bullshit, but let's say we're Sports Center combined with your local news combined with social media.
IGN. I don't know.
No, that's I fuck with that comparison.
But for our regulars, we're going to give you guys an update on what we've
Learned?
Learned is a better word.
Okay.
Throughout the week. So I'm going to let my man Francis go ahead, start things off with a bang.
Okay, well, first thing, we're doing something new because we got some feedback for every After Dark episode, and I believe for any show that has multiple topics. At the beginning of the episode, we're going to explain what we're going to talk about. So if you want to stay tuned, you can stay tuned. If not, we respect that. Hey, we got a couple minutes of your time. So today we're talking about a new topic category, which is Buffalo News. We're going to talk about some deaths. We're going to do a politic update.
You made that sound like it was a good thing. We're going to talk about some death, and we're going to talk about like...
Well, since I made it sound like that, I'm going to put a spin on it and say, instead of being sad about these people's lives coming to an end, we're going to cherish the life that they had. You like that, right? Okay. Yeah, because I didn't make that sound happy.
Yeah.
We're going to discuss video game update about the PlayStation 5. We have a couple topics for entertainment, specifically Hollywood. We have one science topic, which we've been lacking. We have one random topic, which we've been lacking. And then we have a quick topic about soccer, football, and then the NFL, where we're discussing the month of October. Because from here on out, when we do any type of football, we're doing it 1 week in the entire month of that, whatever month we're in or ending.
Yeah.
Okay, so corrections, only one thing. I don't know how Donyhal knew this, but when you, a couple weeks ago, talked about AMC doing those private theater things, you somehow must have got confused with Cinemark because AMC just announced that they're doing the private theaters following Cinemark. So either you saw the future or you just mixed up the names because...
No, it said AMC theaters. I wasn't the only one that seen it. I promise you.
Well,
was all
it must
over
have been a
Facebook.
leak because
Yeah.
AMC just officially announced it a couple of days ago.
Oh well, yeah.
Like officially announced
It must have been like a in a plan or in a progress.
Okay, that makes sense.
It was definitely leaked all over the internet.
Okay, all right. Well, it was a leak. Now it's official. That's the only correction, so you guys aren't being smartasses. Now getting into the Buffalo news. If you guys got any tickets for speeding through a school zone at the beginning of October, specifically October 1st, do not pay it because these motherfuckers sent out tickets when they weren't supposed to because school wasn't even in session. And the specific quote is, if you got a school speed zone violation recently from the city of Buffalo, there may be a chance that it was sent by accident. a chance. No, it was 100% accident. The city's parking department says it sent out more than 250 violations to drivers inadvertently. If you received a school speeding zone violation dated October 1st, don't pay the fine. Mayor Brown says he doesn't see major issues with the city's school zones, by the way. And he specifically said it's about the driver slowing down, not the actual money that the city's receiving. And if that was the case, Mayor Byron Brown, why is the time from 7:30 to 4:30 and not when the schools are beginning and ending?
Yeah, so it should be like
7:30 to 9:30.
9:30.
The mayor is full of shit. He wants that money.
I mean, he needs to fucking fix these streets. If you're going to ask for the money, then fucking fix these streets.
Yes, if we're going to get taxed, we want representation. I respect that. Okay, now going to news about death. Last week, which we did not mention, the legendary Sean Connery died at age 90. So I just wanted to give respect to that since we've given respect to the numerous celebrities that, yeah. And then this past week, Alex Trebek passed away. And if you guys watch Jeopardy, then you guys will miss him. Moving on. For politics, just so you guys know, just when you think that we could not have any less freedom, the two greatest governors of the country, Andrew Cuomo of New York and Gavin Newsom of California, just recently put out mandates that for the rest of the month, you can no longer have more than 10 people in any gathering. And for Thanksgiving, if it's warm enough, you must have your Thanksgiving outside. And you could have no more than 10 people. And just to show how great these governors are, you must wear a mask at all times unless you are directly putting food into your mouth. So, freedom of the United States of America. Let's go, guys. Now moving on to video games. Daniel is going to give us a quick update about the PlayStation 5.
It's amazing. It's fucking huge, though. It's almost bigger than my TV.
Who mentioned that? It might be. It might
I
be
text
large.
you and I corrected myself. All right?
I respect. I respect.
But yeah, guys, it's pretty big. I have I think a 50 something inch, and it's like
It's a
few inches off.
Yeah, from top to bottom.
Yeah, it's like an actual old school computer modem.
Yo, you know what it looks like? It looks like the bright version of the tower from Lord of the Rings. If you really look at it, from a certain angle.
Oh yeah,
with
it
the
does.
eye.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Yeah.
But yeah, the game itself is pretty good. It's gonna take me a while to get used to it, of course.
The software you're talking about, the UI and stuff.
The update was pretty easy. It's a lot of backward compatible games you can play, like a lot more than I thought.
Which it should be, since Xbox has every game that's backwards compatible.
Yeah, and PlayStation is kind of like that. Like, it's a few games you can't download on the PlayStation 5 but it's
like Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Yeah, just no big deal.
It's a lot of games though. Like, and also if you just got it, they actually give you if you got the PlayStation Plus membership, they actually give you like almost 20 free games.
Yeah, the PlayStation Plus collection. That's what it's called, with God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, Last of Us.
They give you Persona 5, all of that. They give you like 20 free games.
Bro, let's be real. If you don't have a lot of money but had just enough money to buy the PlayStation 5, if you were smart, you purchased the PlayStation 5, got an extra controller, and then purchased no games because you have 20 dope-ass games you could play.
I mean, unless you want the new games, you don't really need it at this moment.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, you'll be entertained, trust me, because it's more than enough games. Definitely.
I want to point out, since we're talking about the games, that this lineup for the launch is actually very family-friendly, more family-friendly than normal for PlayStation lineup. There's 4 games. You have a free game in Astro's Playroom, which is basically a history of PlayStation. If you've played or been around since the first PlayStation and have gone through the entire lineup, there's a lot of Easter eggs and nods to the whole history of the PlayStation franchise. Then you have the $60 Sackboy: A Big Adventure. You have the completely up-resed and improved Overcook All You Can Eat, which is the first two Overcooks into one, which is some of the best quote-unquote family games where the whole family could be a part of it. And then the free PlayStation Plus game, Bugsnax, or Bugsnatch.
I think it's like Bug Snatch or Bugsnit or something like that.
Tomato.
Yeah.
And even though I don't look fond of it, it is a perfect family game and it's free. So
yeah, it's a good game for like kids, definitely.
Oh yeah, and let's not forget we have Ratchet and Clank: A Rift Apart. That's coming out within the next couple months, hopefully. So that's a Pixar. That's basically a Pixar movie in game form. So we have that. But that's all I gotta say.
What about Spider-Man? Would you consider that a family game?
If you consider the MCU Infinity War, that's a family.
Ratchet and Clank is technically a
violent game.
Violent game.
Yeah, but bro, MCU, every one of those films are legit violent. Yeah, but because they don't show blood and there's comedy mixed in,
it's a family.
Yeah.
Oh well, now you got Spider-Man.
Yo, you technically got both, too. You got Spider-Man Remastered and Miles Morales.
Yeah. The Ultimate Edition?
Yeah. It comes with a free download for the remastered version. That's why it costs $20 more.
That makes sense, because the one I was looking at was just the Miles Morales one.
Yep. But if you get the Ultimate, you get both. And the remastered is obviously you could only play for the PlayStation 5.
Yeah. That makes sense. I don't know if I would do it. I don't know. Because it's like, I beat Spider-Man, so it's like, would I just redo it?
But you can move your save over if you didn't platinum it or whatever.
Yeah.
And it looks a lot better. A lot better. Like if you're whooping somebody's ass, you can now see it in the puddles. It's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I probably, maybe.
You got anything else to say about that?
If you guys didn't get PlayStation 5, you will have to wait until Black Friday. But that's a good thing, because Black Friday is like next week. So,
yo, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving on to entertainment. Okay, so to give you a box office update about a film slaying in Japan, we have an anime adaptation of Demon Slayer, the movie, Mugen Train. It shattered the all-time opening record for Japan. The film debuted on Friday, October 16th, as opposed to a typical Saturday, Sunday, where it grossed $44 million over 3 days. That might not seem like a lot for U.S. standards, but that is the highest opening weekend ever in Japan. It is the global box office leader for that weekend, and it's been the global box office leader ever since that weekend. Putting the opening into perspective, Frozen 2 last year launched with 18.2. That was the previous opening weekend record for Japan at 18 million. This film opened with 44. Jeez. Demon Slayer also set a new IMAX record, opening 18% higher than the previous highest opening record.
Is Demon Slayer the anime movie?
Yeah. Well, it's actually a TV show, and this is a movie off of the TV show.
TV show. I didn't know that made a movie.
Yeah. And it's coming to the States sometime in January, as long as the supposed president doesn't put the whole country into lockdown.
Yeah.
And it just broke the Skywalker IMAX record. It became the top.
Damn. Who would have thought Demon Slayer would fucking break records like that?
Yeah, bro. It more than doubled the previous opening record, and then it increased 20% on the Rise of Skywalker IMAX specifically, which, by the way, you normally don't go to IMAX to see an anime film.
Right. Well, Dragon Ball Z. Yo, they did numbers.
They did.
They did numbers.
Especially for the U.S., bro. It grossed over 30 million in the U.S.
Yeah.
And if you guys wanted to know, it specifically grossed 2.27 million from 38 screens. Now, this is where we fast forward 3 weeks. After 24 days, it has already grossed $198 million in Japan. Just to put this in perspective, Japan's population as a country is 1/3 of America. Mm-hmm. So if you increase the population threefold, this film basically has grossed $600 million in America, if you want to translate that. And as of 2020 grosses, it's already the highest Japanese grossing film. It's the 5th highest international film, and it's the 7th highest worldwide film, and it hasn't even opened in America. Oh, yeah, and it's already the 5th highest grossing Japanese film of all time.
Damn, top 5 already.
An animated film off of an animated TV show off of a manga. Put that into perspective. It's not like this film had a $100 million budget, let alone a $200 million budget, like a Star Wars or a Frozen Disney animated film.
And it's crazy because I watched Demon Slayer, and I actually really liked the TV show, but at the same time, I wouldn't think it, like, just because the movie came out of it, I wouldn't think it would, like, do numbers like that, like, at all.
Well, supposedly...
Like, I would definitely thought Dragon Ball Z numbers would have been higher than that.
Yeah, well, supposedly the show is really beloved, and the film is basically the best aspects of the show without any filler. Yeah, now moving on to the whole Fantastic Beasts things, because last week we had to point out that Johnny Depp is no longer in the franchise.
Yes.
So, yippee. Anyways, Warner Brothers has officially delayed Fantastic Beasts 3 to July 15th, 2022 due to the combination of COVID, and now they had to recast Johnny Depp's role. To add on to that, furthermore, Colin Farrell was actually the first initial prospect to replace Johnny Depp, since he was basically the entire role of the character in the first Fantastic Beasts film. However, because once again, thank you COVID, the Batman's production has been delayed. So now he's still filming for the Batman, and since he's filming for the Batman, but Fantastic Beasts is going to start filming within the month,
He can't make it.
the likelihood of him not making it is very high. So now they have moved on to Mads Mikkelsen. That's the guy from Casino Royale. That's the guy from the TV show Hannibal. That's the guy who was recently in Death Stranding. He is basically the weird villain of, or the evil villain of every film or adaptation he is in. So there is that. Now, my only thing is, if they're going to go that route, they better pick a new actor for every film. Because now this will be the third actor in the third film. And why just say, oh, we're going to just keep him? No, just keep switching it up.
Yeah.
Make it a rogues lineup of the best actors who play villains, in my opinion.
That'd be pretty dope.
Yeah. That's a random thought, but hey, I'm just average.
Just throwing ideas out there.
Yep.
Hopefully they'll just listen one day.
Yeah, man. By the way, Warner Brothers keeps saying it's a departure of Johnny Depp. He stepped down. We talked to him.
Who?
Warner Brothers to Johnny Depp. Like, that's what they're saying.
That's what they're... Oh.
Yeah. Like, come on, guys. We know. You told him you got...
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either you resign or we're going to fire you. What's going to look better in the press? Now we're moving on to Dwayne Johnson, who... I love you, bro. Just... You have such a big following. Pick your words wisely.
Yeah.
Anyways, Dwayne Johnson, Seven Bucks Productions, which is a co-production between him and his ex-wife, who is now his manager, and Universal Pictures have decided to relaunch The Scorpion King.
No.
I'm glad you said that because my thoughts... I wanted to say what your thoughts are. You let them know. So I'm just going to react my thoughts, and then you react off of my thoughts. Okay, I'm talking a lot. But the point is, on a theatrical level, what the fuck does The Scorpion King even mean? He had one theatrical film. He has had 4 direct-to-video films after. There's a reason why they've been direct-to-video.
Okay, but the thing is, with The Scorpion King, you know that it started from fucking The Mummy.
Oh, yeah, I have that in my notes.
And then
Mummy Returns to be
and then,
specific.
And then he was the Scorpion King from there. It looked like it was animated.
No, he was animated. Or CGI.
Yeah,
bad CGI.
It was terrible CGI. and then they tried to make a movie out of it because he was the Scorpion King. And then the Scorpion King that they gave us wasn't
nothing
compared to the Mummy.
Yeah.
It was just all bad.
Because in the Mummy Returns, he was obviously a evil person.
Yeah.
Yet in the actual Scorpion King film,
He was also an actual scorpion. Like, upper body was human, but lower was actually like a scorpion. And that didn't make no sense to me. In a Mummy, it made sense.
Makes sense because he was supposedly cursed, but the entire film set it up like he was from start to finish evil. Yet in the Scorpion King, they tried to
heroic.
Yeah.
And then not only that, the movie was just terrible. The Scorpion King movie was just by itself was just bad.
See,
the first one was good. Well, it was okay. The second one was just bad.
And I'm assuming you didn't see the rest?
Nope. No, I probably did. Not gonna lie, I just don't probably remember it because it was just that bad.
You took the words right out of my mouth. The thing I want to add to that, the Scorpion King isn't a marquee character. As we previously discussed, the reason why he became a theatrical character in a film is because of the hype around Returns. And then when you completely butcher the actual film itself, why? Now, I will say this. If Dwayne Johnson comes back to portray the Scorpion King and they deliver us a badass, dark, gritty film rather than this Conan Barbarian type of whack knockoff, then I would say,
Or they could give us a heroic in the beginning, but then, like, give us a reason why he got cursed.
Rather than just putting it in the text and the credit.
Exactly. Like, if they do heroic and then he does something happens in the movie or whatever.
A la The Dark Knight with Two-Face.
Yeah, and then, like something like that, exactly. And then he'll just go, like, he get cursed and then that happens. Like, the movie would be way better.
But I will say this, no matter what, they have to start from the beginning showing that he does have a darker side. Because if they do the same thing like they did with the first film, where from the get-go he's this comedic, heroic, honorable guy who just somehow becomes evil, that makes no sense from a character perspective.
Yeah, but we're just regular people just talking.
You're on fire today, even though you're tired as fuck. I appreciate it. Next thing, just a couple cancellations that I wanted to point out because they tie together. Hulu canceled Castle Rock after its second season, and then HBO passes on the second season of The Outsider. Now you're trying to figure out what the fuck do they have to... What's the similarity?
Yeah.
They're both based off of Stephen King novels. So the point is, Stephen King did not have a good financial time this past week with renewals. But when it comes to HBO and The Outsider, the reason why that wasn't renewed for a second season, because the entire first season adapted the entire novel of The Outsider, and it was only supposed to be a miniseries. The production company MRC wanted to push it because it got such good view ratings, so they wanted that money to keep rolling in. Right. And HBO read the script and heard out the possibility of a second and third season, and they were like, nah. Because Stephen King never wrote a sequel to this Outsider novel. So, yes.
So if they did, they would just have to actually...
If HBO went through with a second season, they would be relying on MRC solely rather than Stephen King's novel and then just an adaptation of...
And it wouldn't be the same.
Exactly. Well, the likelihood is very rare that MRC would be able to deliver. Basically, Another way to look at it, George Lucas made the first 6 Star Wars films, and look where Star Wars has gone ever since Disney took over. Okay, now into a good Francis science discovery. Are you ready for this?
Let's do this.
Oh, by the way, bro, I have two science facts coming up for the next couple weeks, and it's gonna go back to telescopes.
I don't know about these damn telescopes.
Okay, but this week's science fact is super enzymes. So scientists have created a new super enzyme that can break down plastic up to 6 times faster than their previous enzyme. This super enzyme could have major implications for recycling polyurethane terephthalate. Just call it PET, because I butchered the second word.
Carolapate. I don't know. I tried to put it together. I didn't. Nope.
I'm not even going to try a second time. This PET is the most common thermoplastic, which is used in single-use drink bottles, carpets, and clothing. However, it's still too slow to actually digest this plastic to make it efficient or realistic from a commercial perspective. Other possible solutions include a tiny waxworm, which can chomp through plastic, even polyurethane, a common and non-biodegradable plastic currently clogging up landfills and seas thanks to its gut bacteria. This mealworm, the larva stage of the mealworm beetle, could also contribute. Around 3,000 to 4,000 mealworms can break down one styrofoam coffee cup in about a week, thanks to the bacteria living in its gut. Now, these are alternatives, and it's still the best alternatives we have. But let that sink in. It will take 3,000 to 4,000 mealworms to just break down one styrofoam cup in 1 week. To show you how far we are to finding something to actually digest plastic. Because as everybody should know, when we recycle plastic, we're not breaking it down. We're basically just melting it.
Melting it and reusing it.
Yeah, remolding it. We're not putting it it's not like trash. We could burn that shit and then boom, it's gone. Carbon dioxide is created and that's all that we have to worry about. No, when we burn plastic, everything that's in the plastic is just going in the air and it's making it worse.
More chemicals.
Yes, so whenever somebody comes to you and they make it seem like we got a solution.
If you guys didn't realize that's global warming, just letting you know.
Yeah, but on a serious note, I would actually want to see what it would look like in a sped up video. You know those YouTube videos where they speed up a long process over 5 minutes?
Yeah.
To see a 5-minute video of that, it would be really cool. If you're nerding out, obviously. Now,
That'd be pretty cool, though.
for random information, Daniel has already seen this, but I just want him to react. If you guys haven't seen this, look up photos and the video of, I believe this is an alligator, correct? It was an alligator?
Yes.
That looks like the size of an alligator from the Land Before Time.
Yeah. This shit, guys, is as big as a pickup truck.
Yo, bro, when I first saw this, I legit thought that this was fake. I legit thought it was fake.
No, it's crazy. I knew it was real, but I didn't know like if the video and everything was real. But I knew the alligator is real because alligators really get like they really get that big, and it's fucking ridiculous.
But when have you seen an alligator?
I got TV shows like that catching these fuckers. That shit is like humongous, and not only that, if you get hit by that tail, it could just rip every skin off of you.
But that's the thing. I've never seen a tail. I might have seen the head and the base, so the main part where the legs are, that size. But that tail, I've never seen a tail quite that long and that wide. That looks...
The tail alone, guys, is as big as our table.
Yeah, I was going to say the tail alone is as long, if not longer, than the rest of the body. When you look at it, it's at least as long. And
the edge of the tail is just so bulky. Like guys, it's just huge.
It almost looks like a spear. You know those spears where it comes out? That's one
of those stone ones.
Yeah.
Guys, if you guys haven't, like he said, if you haven't seen it, please look it up. A Florida gator, huge Florida gator, but guys, it's huge, like ridiculous.
It was funny too because if you're on Twitter, what was going around is Jurassic World.
Yeah,
specifically the second Jurassic World film where the dinosaurs were released and escaped, and it was like, oh look, we got dinosaurs on our hands.
They said I think I was reading this one tweet, and somebody was like, somebody need to put higher, or I think it was like put better electrical fences up. Because their animals their dinosaurs keep escaping.
Yo, but you know what's funny? In this video, and also you could tell in the photos, the gator is going towards this
like
pond. No, I believe this is a pond because it's...
Is it an actual golf course?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah.
Because this looks like a rich area, and in Florida, there's a lot of mini golf courses.
Yeah.
This is a pond.
Oh, but it says during a hurricane.
Yes.
That makes sense.
But the thing is that Florida has an issue where, depending on the location, because sometime in 2019, one pond area they captured, it was either 56 or 65. I can't remember which order it was, but it was 56 plus gators over the course of a week. A week, bro. Damn. Going into one pond. Because obviously they love water. They can walk on land, but they're fastest in the actual water.
Yeah. That's this. If I seen an alligator that big, I'm not even. Yeah, fuck that.
And to go off of this video, legit, just 2-3 days before this video posted, somebody caught a 1,000-pound gator. For 3 years, this man, Corey Capps, has been dreaming of catching a massive alligator in the river behind his hometown in Blountstown, Florida. The gator specifically was over 13 feet, and it took him 3.5 hours from the moment he caught the gator to bring it on land. And if you want the specifics, 13 feet, 10.5 inches.
That's like 2 of me.
Lengthwise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 or 2.5 of me. Like, that's huge.
That's basically 14 feet, 1,000 pounds.
Yeah. That's huge, bro.
And can you imagine trying to get that shit out of the water where it's at its fastest, is flapping his tail?
His tail alone is going to fucking swing your ass. You grab a hold of that. And it's crazy because the only way to catch an alligator, you have to get on top of them.
Yeah. Well, on land, that's the only way. In the water, it's basically like fishing with an alligator.
Fuck that. On land is hard enough. On land is hard enough. You have to actually get to a spot where they can't see you.
And the reason why they get on top so they can wrap the mouth. Because if that jaw...
They can't see or whatever.
Yeah.
Their eyes won't... I don't know.
The peripheral.
Their eyes are so spaced out they can't see above or some shit like that. But yeah. Nope. I don't know how people have lives like that catching...
Yo, and when you think about it, alligators are technically dinosaurs. Because alligators that we know of... existed when dinosaurs did, bro. Yeah. They weren't as right now they're smaller than they were because just of the environment. There's not the same resources, the abundance, blah blah blah. But bro, there's a reason why when an alligator has the right area and the right proper resources, it could become massive. Because back then, every alligator was that fucking massive.
Those creatures was huge. They was humongous in the water. Yo, and it was fast.
I was about to say, if you think you're scared of a bear is chump change back then.
Yeah, like, fuck that.
Okay, guys, now that is our non-sports topics. If you don't care about sports, thank you for joining us. But if you do, a soccer quick update. Cristiano Ronaldo notched his 100th...
I like to call him Cristai.
His 100th career international win with Portugal. He's officially 126-42 with Portugal, which, by the way, that's actually a ridiculously crazy record for soccer. When you have 4 times wins as losses, goddamn, that's a 75% win percentage, just to put that out there. He's only the 4th player in soccer/football history to notch 100 career international wins. There's been tens of thousands of soccer players throughout the world. He's only the 4th. Just to put that in perspective, I wanted to give a shout out to him because that is history making. Now moving into the real American football, NFL. As I somewhat hinted at before, from now on, we're going to do a whole month in 1 week so that it's just easier for us for many reasons. So we're going to follow up on a section a week that we previously discussed just to go into this. So week 5, the Buccaneers collapsed to the Bears 19-20. The Raiders came back to beat the Chiefs 40-32. And the Titans manhandled the Bills 42-16.
Yeah, everybody was upset about that.
The Dolphins crushed the 49ers 43-17 in San Francisco. The Seattle miraculously came back against the Vikings 27-26, and the Saints defeated the Chargers 30-27. You guys were losing by 14 plus points, so
yeah, came back literally at the last second, and we went to overtime.
Yeah.
Literally won just by a field goal.
Well, I mentioned the Saints because, gotta.
Gotta represent. And it's crazy because I was going to wear a Saints shirt today, too.
Aw. Well, next time we do football, I'm going to let you know, okay? Week 6 now. The Steelers manhandled the Browns 38-7. By the way, Mayfield only finished with less than 120 passing yards and had 2 interceptions, while simultaneously the Steelers recorded 4 sacks. Just to put this in perspective, the Steelers became just the second team in NFL history to record at least 1 interception and 3 sacks in each of their first 5 games of the season. Yeah, there's a reason why people consider the Steelers' defense to be the best this year. The Colts defeated the Bengals 31-27. The reason why this is so significant, the Colts erased a 21-point deficit to win, the second largest comeback in their franchise history. Furthermore, this extended the NFL record for most weeks with at least one 16-plus point comeback. If you're wondering how many, that's the 5th straight week. Titans thrillingly beat the Texans 42-36 in OT. This was what many people considered the game of the week. Derrick Henry recorded his 3rd career game with 200-plus rushing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. By the way, he ran for 212 yards, 9.6 yards per carry.
He was basically getting first down every run. Basically.
Bro, he only had 22 rushes, yet he had 212 rushing yards. As Daniel said, yeah, he was
basically getting first down every attempt of running.
By the way, just to put this in perspective, he's only the 5th player in NFL history to have 3 such games. You want to know who the other running backs are? The Hall of Famers, Jim Brown, Barry Sanders, and LaDainian Tomlinson. And by the way, I fucked up, not the 5th, the 4th. He's only the 4th player to ever have 3 such games, and the other 3 are Hall of Famers. Damn, LaDainian Tomlinson. God damn.
Right. Joe Brown. Nigga, oh.
Yo, he's still kicking it, though.
Right.
Denver defeated the Patriots 18-12. By the way, if you're wondering, not a single touchdown was scored in this game. This is Bill Belichick's first loss as a Patriots head coach when not allowing a touchdown. If you're wondering, yes, he was 39-0, including playoffs, as a Patriots head coach. More importantly, he was 45-1 overall as any head coach in such games. His only loss came as the Browns head coach, 12-0, and he lost to who? Yep, you got it. Also, the Denver Broncos.
It's something in their playbook.
And if you're wondering, Bill Belichick has always had bad luck against the Denver Broncos, be it the Browns or New England, especially in the playoffs. The Chiefs defeated the Bills. So, yes, if you're keeping track, the Bills lost back-to-back games now. They lost 26-17. And Patrick Mahomes had a very effortless game. He went 21 for 26, 225 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns. By the way, in this game, he became the quickest quarterback to record 90 career passing touchdowns. It was only his 37th career game. He broke Dan Marino's mark of 40. So when you're beating Dan Marino's records by 3 games, yeah, that says something. Oh, yeah, and by the way, just to show some love, because this is quote-unquote foreshadowing, wink, wink, the Dolphins shut out the Jets 24-0. And you might be saying, it's the Jets. They're winless. Yeah, but as the next coming weeks will show, the Bills barely beat the Jets, and the Patriots barely beat the Jets. Yet you have the Dolphins shutting these boys out. So just wanted to show some love to my hometown. Week number 7 now.
Fuck the Jets.
So, yo, by the way, I'm going to say this in the next episode, but recently they lost again, so they're 0-9. Mm-hmm. That's technically their worst start in franchise history.
Like ever? Or
ever.
Just the Jets?
No, well, for the Jets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but still, the Jets have been around. The Jets were one of the original OG teams. They've been around for, 75, 80 years.
Yeah.
And this is their worst record over that time span.
It's first time for everything.
Yeah, and there's also a time when everybody gets fired, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. GM's definitely like, you gotta go. You gotta go.
Well, the owner might even say, hello, GM, you got to go too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely possible.
When you have so many top 5 picks and a couple years later you're going 0-9.
Yeah. Sorry. GM or owner trying to actually do your job.
But now getting actually into week 7, Tampa Bay just whooped the Raiders 45-20 in Las Vegas. The 49ers crush the Patriots 33-6 in New England. The Chiefs cruise past the Broncos 43-16 in Denver. If you're seeing the trend here, yes, I did this purposely. Every single team won by 25 plus points
In their hometown.
on the road.
Oh, I thought you were saying.
No. Tampa Bay went to Las Vegas and whooped the Raiders. The 49ers went to New England and beat them down. And then the Chiefs, no surprise, but kept the train going. They went to Denver. And by the way, Denver, high altitude, not easy to do. Air raid, that's not easy. Yeah, it's easy to put the ball in the air, but when you're running 50 yards every single time, that air is going to get to you. Detroit came back against the Falcons 23-22. So, yep, the Falcons. Let's just call this the year of they can't hold a lead.
Yeah. But this isn't the first time either.
Oh, no. That's why this is the year where they can't hold the lead.
I'm
Because,
talking about last year, too.
but, bro, I believe.
This year's probably the most, though.
No, this year is the most.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. The Cardinals, in what many people will say is the game of the week, defeated the Seahawks 37-34, and I believe that was in Seattle. The Bills defeated the Jets 18-10. Come on, Bills. You win by 8. The Dolphins win by 24. Get at me. Yo, by the way, I think it's so fucked up that the universe is like, in football terms, I was born in Miami and now I'm living in Buffalo. So if I'm a huge football fan, it's like I have to go against the team I currently live in or the team that I was born in. Yippee. Kaye.
Not only that, they're rivals.
No, well, that's the point. Not only are they
That
in the
sucks.
division, they're heated rivals,
Yeah.
or at least they used to be
Yeah.
when both teams were good. Which, by the way,
So
wouldn't
it's
that?
like, who do you go for?
Yes.
I mean, you're going to go for Miami regardless, but
Yeah, you know me too well.
we don't care for the Bills, truthfully. Somebody was like, "You gonna watch the game tomorrow?" I was like, "I don't care for that game, so no."
Yeah, you know, there's a weird person who texts random 716 numbers to see if they're watching the Bills. I don't know how to put that. Is that dedication or is that depressing
Harassment.
or harassment?
Hey, how you doing? My name is John, and I'm just making sure everybody's watching the Bills game. So, are you watching the Bills game? Like what? Yeah, that's too much.
New Orleans defeated the Panthers 27-24.
Barely.
Yeah, but as the coming week says, we're going to do another episode. They are cruising, and they got a good victory that I can't wait to talk about because you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. The Steelers defeated the Titans 27-24, barely. The Browns defeated the Bengals 37-34. Week 7 was it was either a horrible game or a great game. Either teams were being blown out or the game was within single digits, if not straight up a field goal. Today, by the way, for the Browns versus the Bengals, today marked Joe Burrow's 5th game where he had 300-plus passing yards. By the way, this is only Week 7. The only rookie in NFL history with that many games in such a short period of time was Andrew Luck, when he had 6 in his first 7. Now, by the way, Andrew Luck is no longer playing, but if he never decided to retire, he was going to go down as one of the greatest of all time. Burrow finished 35 for 47, 406 passing yards, and 3 passing touchdowns.
I still don't understand why Andrew Luck. I'm sorry to cut you off,
No,
but
you're
I
good.
still don't understand why he retired.
Well, the combination of he already made close to $100 million, and he suffered a lot more injuries than he should have because the coach never put an offensive line around him. Because don't forget, up until that point, he had at least 3 documented concussions. He fucked up his shoulders twice, and he's had numerous ankle and minor knee injuries.
So his body was just getting to him.
Yeah. And you also have to remember he's a smart individual, both in terms of where he went to college and football was never, he had a passion for football, but it was never the end all be all. And the moment you lose passion when that's not the only thing you care about, what's the point?
He just took advantage of his talents. That's all.
Yeah. But that's a great thing to point out. So
Yeah.
Burrow becomes the first rookie in NFL history to record 3 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown, and to throw 350 passing yards. So think about all these great rookie seasons, from Lamar Jackson to Kyler Murray to Andrew Luck to Cam Newton, who surprisingly had an excellent rookie season. Joe Burrow playing for the shitty Cincinnati Bengals, who have no offensive weapons, is killing it and setting records where he's the only rookie quarterback to ever do what he's doing. Odell Beckham got injured, by the way, if you're wondering, where he tore his ACL.
Oh, yeah.
This is the game. Baker Mayfield started the day 0 for 5 with an interception. By the way, that one interception is the play that Odell Beckham injured his ACL. However, after he started 0 for 5, he finished the game 22 of 28. So, yes, you're doing the math. He finished the game 22 of 23, including 21 consecutive passes. That is a Browns record, and his 5 passing touchdowns for that game is a career high. So, yeah.
Big man.
And to finish this episode, an interesting fact, since we didn't talk about the Vikings for Week 7, Dalvin Cook in Week 7 rushed for his 10th rushing touchdown, which is a franchise record through just 7 games. And if you're wondering, yes, Adrian Peterson played for the Vikings, and yes, Adrian Peterson never even had 10 rushing touchdowns in the first 7 games. So technically speaking, if Dalvin Cook can keep up this pace, he's going to break Adrian Peterson's rushing touchdown record for the Vikings.
All right, big dog, that fast?
Yeah, and he became just the 3rd player in Vikings history for a non-quarterback to have multiple seasons with 10-plus total touchdowns. Yeah.
Coming in the record book, my guy.
Yeah.
Or at least for the Vikings.
He started the season, the first 5 games, he had a rushing touchdown every single game.
And then said, I came to make a statement.
Yeah.
Trying to get that $100 million.
Yo, dude, I believe he just signed a contract he's the 2nd or 3rd highest paid running back, so he
getting up there.
Yeah.
Definitely getting up there.
That is all I got to say, guys. Thank you for sticking tuned if you have. And yo, we got 200 subscribers, bro.
We got 200 subscribers. Whoa. Well, technically we were over, but regardless, we hit that milestone. Whoa. I did say this on Instagram. If you haven't followed us on Instagram, make sure you go follow us on Instagram. But I did say this on Instagram. I said I want to give a shout out to everybody that's following us and shows us support, because I just want to say we appreciate you. Simple as that. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't really be doing this. So I also want to say thank you for the newcomers. You know, keep bringing the support, share it so we can get more support, and we're going to keep bringing you amazing content. But other than that,
yo, just one more time, can you do the anticipation noise? I'm just going to repeat the whole situation. We got 200 subscribers.
Oh. But yeah, guys, thank you for staying and listening and being up to date.
Yes. Like always, we're going to go into our 5-finger runner thrust.
Boo, 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 boo.
Or,
yeah, or that.
yeah, I think it would be more so an uppercut than a hook.
So, number 1, like this video. Number 2, subscribe. Number 3,
hit that bell.
A ring a ding ding. Number 4, make sure you share.
To who?
Your mama, your daddy, your grandmother, your sexy ass uncle, your sexy ass mother, your auntie, all of that.
Don't forget the sexy ass cats
And the dogs.
I'm feeling this. And number 5.
Comment, and even if we made mistakes,
Yeah, correct us.
Correct us so we can make some corrections
For next week.
For next week.
Yeah.
But comment on your day. Tell me how you feel. Tell me how everything was about this update. Also about the alligator. Like, that's insane, right? That's fucking ridiculous.
Make sure you have your phone and TV or whatever, 2 devices, and as we're talking about it, you're watching it, and you can relate, like, holy shit, yo, they might be under-exaggerating this.
Yeah,
what the
this
fuck
shit
they
is
talking
huge.
about? This shit ain't huge, this shit's ginormous. This shit is Balanta get this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what I just said.
I
But
don't know either, but he out here making new words. But let's try to get this video to at least to like 5-10 likes. So just spam the like button. Tell whoever next to you to just sign in and just spam the like button and subscribe. Simple as that. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Facebook. Do all of that. Cadoodle. LLPH. I'm out.
LOPH. Yo, why the fuck don't we always do the 5-finger round with us with that energy?
Because most of the time I'm tired. Not gonna lie. But peace. Just a friendly reminder, guys. Hit the subscribe button in this corner. And then for the newest video. Then for the most recommended. And then for our famous dick pic.